We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome back to the Freak Show. I'm your host, Bumpy McSquigums. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for some more Navigating the Labyrinth, even though we're technically just kind of navigating outside of the town. That's accurate. That is accurate to what we're doing. So, there's a few things. I found that there's a slight problem with me switching map to M, so leave it on O. When you press the M button, it tends to remove this. So if you... Well, it's not doing it now. Okay, never mind. Anyway, I was finding that this kept disappearing, my actual map. And I think it's if you hit M to close it, that's when it actually happens. But if you hit M and then you hit escape, it's fine. Anyway, we are out and about. A group of goblin thieves leap from cover and attack. That is amazing. They're not green, though. I feel like they should be green. But they also look like they would sell me some stuff. So, you know, there is that. Okay, apparently we have just new things. Removes paralysis. We can sicken people. Okay. Sonic damage, stun, swat, which is 8 to 12, one more mana to do so. We have repulse, which is group damage, 3 to 8. I like that a lot. I think we're going to use that, actually, right on the rogues. And Healisar got smacked a little bit there. I'm going to go into hiding with the jar. Chimera got poked. Attack! Alright, she missed. Give it a shot, Commissar. Alright. Ava got hit for 2. We're not landing a lot of these attacks. I kind of want to do another one, but I'm gonna not. Alright. Jar, where you at, buddy? Hit him with it. Oh, we hit the weak guy. Of course we did. Alright, we are starting to take a little bit of the old damage. Ooh, let's see what the new spells are over here. We have Eagle Spirit. So instead of Boar Spirit, which is 2, this is 12... No, sorry, this is 12 attack, which I guess is your chance to hit versus your actual damage. We have Lesser Mending. We have Poison Arrow. Poison damage, 7 to 12. We can cure paralysis. Dust Storm is enemy group. And then Mending heals significant amounts of health. Very nice. Alright. So our new spells are starting to come through. And let's see what we got here. We have Block still. We have Dodge. Haste, Minor Cure, just as before. We can actually add Aggro to one of our characters. It gives them a bullseye and everybody's going to target it. Detect Trap. Holy Bolt. Oh, that's nice. Slowness. That's our enemy group. Lowers their initiative. And then Group Cure heals the entire party for 4 to 9. It's not bad. That is not too bad. Ooh, do we want to? We'll throw it on to Healisar. Alright. Attack! Hey, we hit somebody. We are still taking kind of a beating. Alright, another attack. Did it tell us that we got new spells? I don't think it did. We just had to, like, check. Alright. Hey, we killed one of the not super weak guys. He's no longer hidden, though. We did 3 damage. Healisar's missing. A little bit of baby damage there. 5 damage. Oh, Jar got hit for 8. It just doesn't look as impressive as it was before when we were getting hit for all these points of damage. Alright, there's another one down. Still sort of taking a slight beating here. I think we're going to go with... Gonna try for the attack. We did 1 damage. I want the big AoE heal. Group Cure. There we go. That felt good. And there it is. It should be pretty decent. 45, sorry. Experience 30 gold. Alright, Chimera leveled up. We know that Mutanot's going to be a little bit slower. She found a knife. Or Jar did, anyway. Alright, I can get behind that. Let's take a quick peek. Studies the knife intensely while the did a thing, and now he's got a headache. Intelligence is 6. Let's see if I can figure out what to do with that at some point. Alright, let's continue to do the exploratory thing. Okay, we know the ravens are not necessarily the most powerful of opponents, but they do still throw middling and annoying attacks out, and they seem to be relatively accurate. Alright. We're kind of getting there. There we go. One raven to rule them all. Not too bad. Just kind of absorbed it. There was 20 experience. That was really good for us. Hey, Mutant leveled up. 12 hit points. And a little bit of wisdom. And Ava found a cap. Wonderful. Huh. Can we bring up a log? No, I guess not. That's fine. Alright, so Ava found a cap. Ava is this one there. Do you think she can identify? Nope. We'll swap it over to Jarog. Okay, and then we're gonna go over to him. Hold on. Wait. Oh, sorry. My apologies. I need to do this and trade over to Jar. Got it. Got it. My fault. I switched basically where I was at. So our intelligence is 6. What happens if I do this? My intelligence is down to 1. Now, we have to see if it goes back to at least 6, if not like a different number as we go. Did her intelligence drop too, down to 12? Feels like it did. I don't think it matters a whole bunch, or maybe even at all, that our rogue doesn't have it, or our thief doesn't have intelligence, but I mean, maybe. Alright, the well-rested is worn off. Sure. Makes sense. Alright, I know, guys and gals. It's slow going. But we are starting to build up our strength. We're starting to do some stuff, which is nice. And we are... Hey, Jar's headache wore off. Alright, let's go take a peek at him. Alright, he's back up to 6 intelligence. Easy enough. Oh my goodness. They did a lot of damage. Randomly, just like, boom, here's 8 damage split between a couple of people. Alright, Jar found another cap. I guess he'll hold the cap until a little bit later on, where he'd actually theoretically be able to use it, to be able to identify it, once the headaches all wear off. Oh my goodness, we ran into a goat. The mountain goat attacked Jar, but he missed. Alright, I think I'm going to try to hide on Mr. Jar. Assuming Mr. Jar ever gets a chance to actually do anything. The goats are kind of hurting a little bit. Not gonna lie, I'm a little confused. Excuse me. Sorry, food decided it wanted to try to murder me there in the old throat. That's like, I'm not gonna... It's fine. Alright, just missing all of the attacks. We failed to hide, and we're getting mollywopped for it. You know what? Let's give him a big heal up on our boy. Yeah, there we go. Expensive, but maybe it's worth it. I don't know. Hey, we jumped into the shadow. Nice. Into the shadows we go. Mountain goats are just tearing us apart. We finally killed one. We are taking a slight beating. We'll do lesser mending onto Ava with her headache. It's like Chimera's taking a slight beating now as well. And we dropped one of the weaker ones. I would prefer to be able to control which of the targets that we're targeting, but it's fine. Ha! We did it. We're heroes. All right, 40 experience for this. And we didn't actually find any equipment or loot. The headaches are still going strong. Nope, they just wore off. All right, a couple of wolves decided to show up. Decided they want to roll out on us. Oh, we're going to hurt them a little bit here. All right, let's go ahead and cast. Yeah, it's like a group cure. I think it's okay. One down. Helisar missed. David's got slapped. Pretty hard, actually. And there it is. It's going to be like 10. Okay. That works. Again, the goal, and I like doing this, and I know not everybody is the same way as I am. Some people won't care that they don't fully fill out or explore the map, as it were. To me, I really like it. I kind of wish you could zoom out a little bit with the like the mouse wheel or something. I think that would make this a lot better. Be able to see like a further distance, or have a slider to where maybe you could see, you know, you can zoom out the map just by moving your mouse. Be like, broop, broop, broop. You could zoom in a little bit more or zoom out as you want. I mean, this works fine. I'm not like hating on it, but I'm very greedy. I've grown to accept certain things, and I've grown accustomed to certain things. So when I don't have those certain things, I become a little whiny baby. But like I said, it is fine. But at least we're no longer like at death's door constantly. I was able to purchase, I don't think I mentioned this, leather pauldrons to give our half-orc warrior a little bit more oomph. We were up to 100 gold when I did that. We're back up to 63. Who has the most kills? Looks like the gnome thief does. Yeah, that tracks. That makes sense. But 20 amongst the other two. I can get behind that. Alright, I still don't think we're quite ready to go to the catacomb area in the back there, but maybe relatively soon. Alright, gonna go for the hide. Alright, we are hidden. Alright, now create a weapon. I could try that. Single enemy. Do it to the wolves. Little underwhelming, honestly. Much like missing all of our attacks. Holy Bolt. There we go. It's like you want to Holy Bolt one of our people? Aha! Yeah, Commissar. Helisar doing what he do. Big stabby bits. 12 damage coming from Jar's backstab and staying hidden. We could bonk and not quite get the kill. Alright, there's a kill. I think we do group cure again. We're gonna have to just chill and let him recover now. We're gonna have to either play it safe, run away from some combat, or rely a little bit more on Helisar, but he's not exactly in the best situation either. There's one less, and we said good day, sir. It's gotta be at least 60. Nope, 48. Wow. I suppose it was 2 and 3, not 3 and 3. I think it would have been pretty close to 60 if it was 3 and 3. Alright. Well, let us continue to explorminate. Alright. Bit by bit, piece by piece, we will solve the mystery that is the Southern Hills and the wild dogs of destiny. Or something along those lines. I don't know. It's fine. We're just all hanging out. We're having a good time. We're taking out some doges, making them look silly. Kind of getting chewed on a little bit, unfortunately. There is some chewage. Our healers getting gnawed on. They're like, we do not gnaw on our commissar. But we do, sometimes. Come on. Come on. We're just not doing that much damage. Alright, they are all down. Excellent. 28. What are we looking at for actual level up? So 1,000, so we're about 300 and some change short. So there is still quite a bit of work to do before we hit a new threshold, or a new level, as it were. But that's okay. I think once we hit the next level, and or we get a significantly larger amount of money, which, incidentally, I had kind of forgotten that I should be identifying some stuff. Okay, we got our headache back. And her intelligence back up to 17, which is nice. Alright, we have some ravens and some beetles. And we have some mending that needs to go on to Ava. Gonna hide, which we were able to successfully do. I think we blast a group. I would take out the ravens. I think that makes the most sense. Oh, we fail. Why do we keep failing? All right, Commissar, it all comes down to you, sir. Kind of the worst, buddy. No, I'm kidding. You're fine. All right, we took down a blue beetle. I can live with that. There we go. We got the bonk out there. Nice quick kill. And another miss from Mutanot. That was not great. Aha, the beetle missed this time. And we won! Victory is ours! 7, so 35. I was hoping for a bit more. Ooh, we found a shield too. Jar, you gotta get better at this, buddy. You are our identifier. You are our identifier. So, you need to get better at identifying things. That's basically your one job. So if you're not doing the one job, then we got a problem. Alright, hopefully the headache fades soon. I hope that we find a way of healing the headache at some point. I think that would be pretty useful. Okay, we have wolves and we have dogs. I think we focus on the wolves first. I believe she is going to blast them with Repulse. It was relatively effective. Sure, attack the guy with the headache. So rude. Get him. Yeah, okay, so the wolves are down. We're back to the wild doges. Our back line is getting gnawed on a lot. Aha. Aww. Yes, I know that she casts magical AoE murder stuff. Just it's fine. Just ignore her and everything will be okay. We're gonna hide. We failed to hide. Alright, well. That's not great. But we did take down one of the wild dogs. And we're all amped up and ready to go for the next set of doges. Commissar, we need your power, your strength. Okay. 1 HP damage, not great, man. 4 also equally not super very good, but it's okay. Super very good. Super. Ah, we're so close. I feel like I may have to throw a Helisar heal out on Jara. Or on Helisar, as I actually did. I was looking like, kind of everybody's a little bit banged up. Maybe we do a little bit of a little bit different. There we go. Alright, let's take the final dog down and see where that puts us. I think we're almost done, too, with actually exploring everything. 55 experience. Nice. Very, very nice. Alright. I think this might put us through... Okay. Through all the stuff that we need to get through. Alright, we're going to try to take down the goats first. I may switch over and do magic to the non-goats. To the birds. To the birds. Let them with a repulse. Carry on, birds. Nope. You have to stow the birds in the overhead bin inside of an airplane anytime you go on a trip. It's fine. All right, quick AoE heal. Our mana is starting to trickle down a little bit. All right, the goats are down. The birds are just kind of mocking us a little bit. Maybe they're mockingbirds. Maybe they're mockingbirds. Yes, thank you. Okay, one of the mockingbirds is dead. It's a carrion bird. I know. It's fine. And our final attack. That was incredible. 6 damage. That's insane, man. But Splooch pulled out the victory for a big old 5-point gain there. That's not bad. Utanat found a belt. Our headache is not dwindling very, very well. Alright, we're going to trade that over to Jar. We now have a multitude of things, and none of them are more identified than the other. Let's take a look at the map. I think we've covered the entire map now. We have a multitude of quest people. We have a path over that way, which we can go to the catacombs place to try to do one of the quests. Up there is the path to the northern hills. And it does look like we finally did the thing that we were supposed to do. Or that I wanted to do, and that is actually finish up all of the exploratory things. Get all of our map mapped. I would like one more combat at least. Whee! Sorry. Before we head back in. I don't really know what I plan to do when we head back in. Maybe check to see how much identifying items costs. But we should be able to do that ourselves, so I don't really want to do that. I would really like his headache to fade, though. The fact that it still exists in this dojo is not the most exciting of things. Ah, there it goes. Alright. Well, I think we're going to go with the belt. Identify. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know why he can't figure stuff out anymore. That's like his one job, is to identify stuff. I know there's other jobs, but still. Like, that's what he's there for, and he can't seem to do it. Alright, we could use a combat before we call a close to our adventures on this day. If you would be so kind as to attack me as I wander through the rainy night. With the mystical sparkles on the... There we go, on the ground. It just feels good. Attacking the goats. Alright, the hits are coming out, but that's okay. Because we, too, can throw some hits. Oh my goodness, look at that. There's a few attacks in a row that actually landed. And then Jar had to ruin it. He's like, "Guy, I have a bad headache, man. What do you want from me?" It's fair. That is fair. Alright. Almost. And... wait for it. Ouch. Wait for it. There's one, and done. The healer's getting in there doing the healy thing, and doing the conservative thing when it comes to their mana. And we're utilizing a lot of running around and such. Alright, a lot of birds. A lot of birds. We're going to switch over. We're going to hit them with the dust storm. There we go. Just take them down. Oh, I like the sound effect for the dust storm. That was nice. That was quite lovely, if I do say so myself. I think we're going to do group cure as well. Get everybody in a pretty good spot. Our mana is kind of low, though. There was a trade-off. That trade-off was mana for health. The bird missed. That's good. One bird down. One bird on the ropes. Still technically he's flying, but he could be on the ropes. He's dead. Alright, 54 experience. We're getting pretty close to leveling, too. We found a club. If only our double headache man himself wasn't quite so headachy. Head achy. We might, how much time? We might actually be able to, if we get another couple decent combats in here. I think we could probably pull the 4 level ups off, leaving the 2 maybe for next time. Or if we're really lucky, we can get all of them done. They're gonna have to be some pretty good fights that we can win. So to point that out, like we could get some really good fights that'll give us the experience, but if we can't win the fights, it's a little less impressive. But we pretty much are roaming free in the southern hills here, and we're doing quite well. I feel like I maybe should try some of the others. Oh, his double headache wore off. Try some of the others. I want this identified. Just can't do it. Alright. Hold on. So Splooch grabbed this, right? The club. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he can't even identify it. Alright, we'll trade it with Chimera. Nope. Trade it with Mutanot. We'll trade it with Ava. Because Ava was able to attempt to do stuff before. She can try to identify that. This is grayed out. This is like highlighted. And I don't know what the difference is. Drop, trade, equip. Oh, she could equip it. That's the difference. Let's, Oh, small shield. Nice. Is that better than what we're using? 2 AC? Maybe. No, I think the buckler is 3 AC. Well, she tried and it lowered her overall intelligence. That's not great because I believe that's directly correlating with her magical prowess. So the headache squad is back. We are just... Nobody wants to fight us at this point. I don't really know why. I mean, we are kind of a big deal, but still. Is really nothing gonna fight us? I find this kind of upsetting. Just 2 quick little battles, that's all I'm asking. Look, we just went and we hung out near a farmstead. Surely now you want to fight us. I wonder if like we hit some sort of weird threshold to where it doesn't make sense for enemies to fight us anymore. That doesn't really make sense though. But boy howdy, there's just not a lot going on. Remember when I was hurt and I was like level 1 and I was running around, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. I got to get away. And then we got attacked like 3 times on the way back to town. What happened to that? Where did that go? I want that back. Well, Jar's headache wore off. We're going to continue to try with the belt. Aha! Stab the raven. Nevermore. Yes. Raven stab worked. Sure. This doesn't really feel great, but we'll throw it out there anyway. Feels like we had less damage than we would normally like. Alright. A lot of swinging, a lot of missing. On both sides. He's got such a high chance to hit. I don't know why he misses as often as he does. Everybody else has like a much worse chance to hit, yet he seems to miss almost all of the time. I should really just start throwing him into stealth no matter what, but sometimes it's like, all we need is like 1 hit. And then I just, nothing. It's fine. It's fine. Will we even get to use his ability from stealth this time around? Maybe. Nope. Splooch said, I've had enough of this. We're putting this down. Alright. 1, maybe 2 more battles. Ava's headache wore off. Let's go ahead and identify that. Nope. That did not work. But we're just gonna casually head out. It's fine. It is starting to become daylight. We've been out in the field for quite some time. I believe we started this episode. All right, started this episode at nighttime, like right as night hit, and now it's daytime. Goat time. All right, we're going for the big goat attack here. Okay, we took down 2. Can we keep it up? Not quite, but close. Okay, that's very disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna switch over to this and go for my attack. Does he stay hidden? He did not. Alright, we're so close to taking out the last of the goat folk. Alright. I think we go with, you know what, we can do this. We can do lesser mending on Ava. And then we throw the attack. Throw another attack. Another attack, dang it. Come on. There it is. And there it is. We're 7 down. This should be enough for a level up, I think. Oh, it's so close. It's got to be like right on it, right? We're too short. Of course we are. All right, one more battle, guys and gals, and then we call it. Oh, and it's a beautiful battle. A beautiful battle it is. All right. Let's lay the wolves out first. Oh, very nice hit. Yeah. Over to the wolves. When it's probably Helisar's turn, I think we're going to use his AoE. Maybe? Tried and failed. That's about right. AoE onto the beetles. Okay, yeah, that cut him down a lot. And then speaking of AoE group, heal. We'll bonk you. That's not enough. As I said, we can probably finish off the beetle right here. We did not. The beetle missed, at least. Alright, we're going for the kill on the wolf. We did it, but it wasn't... Oh, it was the wolf that just went. That's awesome. Alright. Kill the beetle? Nope. Kill the beetle? Nope. I mean, you did, sorry. That's a yup. That's a yup. Little bits of baby damage coming out. We got 1 wolf to go. He swung pretty hard. And we killed it all. It's fine. Alright. Level up is coming. 70 experience for that. It was very, very nice. Mutanot even leveled up off of that. That's 10 hit points for him. 0 mana, he gained some strength. Chimera got 8 hit points. She gained some charisma. Jar got 7 hit points and gained some agility. Helisar, 5 hit points, 5 mana. That's pretty low, but he gained some luck. Ava got 6 hit points, 9 mana. Very nice. Gained some intelligence. Very good. And Splooch with 9 hit points and 5 mana. And also gained intelligence. Alright, so everybody leveled up. That was the whole dream there. And it seems to have come to pass. Let's take a quick peek here. We didn't get any new spells this time around, which is understandable. I did want to try this. So I can create a weapon. Costs 10 mana. I don't know what it's going to do. She received a broadsword. Is it permanent? Oh my god, it's really good though. I'm going to trade that to Mutanot. I mean, she can't use it, but the broadsword's there. I'm going to go see if it can be sold first. Because that is an interesting phenomenon. I don't know if it's permanent. There's a lot of stuff I don't know about this, right? But that is really cool that we're able to just do that. Can we sell the we could sell the broadsword that we made. That's pretty cool. And at 24 gold, we could maybe have an infinite gold glitch if we really wanted to go that route. I'm not going to do that. But it looks like we could probably create a bunch of items and sell them for varying levels of gold. And just kind of go that route. But I actually want to use that item. It does seem quite good. And I'm going to do it. Again, don't know if it's temporary or permanent or what. Equipping the broadsword. The gladius is 1 to 6 plus 1 to attack. We just have so many things. 1 to 6 plus 1 to attack. Do you think he can use it? I don't think so. I'll trade it over to Splooch, but I don't think Splooch can use it. Nope. I'll assume that Helisar can't use it either. Nope. Alright, we did buy the Gladius. That was one of the things we bought. So we're going to sell it if we can. I think I might sell that, but I'm going to look around before I do. Gladius is 11. Alright, we didn't quite get everything back. Alright, identify. The belt, 10 gold. Ooh, the knife is apparently very potentially good. Okay. I'm not going to do the knife. We'll figure the knife out on our own. A spiked club, though. Alright, well, hold on. Before we depart and go our separate ways, a leather belt. I will trade this for now to Mutanat. Leather cap, a scuffed leather cap. I mean, just for swag alone, we gotta go with the non-scuffed version. Yeah, you can only do that. The belt. Equip it. Yay, 11 armor. Alright, let's trade this with Splooch. And let's trade this also with Splooch. Splooch can't use the shield, but he can use the spike club, which is slightly better than the regular club. So we're going to do that. Let's trade this with Helisar. I don't think he can use it either, but maybe. That on Mutanat. Oh, Helisar can use a shield. Excellent. Alright. There we go. He's now up to 4 armor. I know. It's impressive. To be sure. Alright. I'm feeling like, yeah, I'm feeling like Helisar could probably use the leather cap. Alright. We'll trade that to Mutanat. 3 scuffed leather cap. Trade that to... Let's just see. I don't think Splooch can use it, but... Oh, no, he can. He absolutely... Well, sorry. He absolutely can. Well, that's interesting. So we have one thing we have yet to figure out how to utilize. We do have a leather hat, which brings us up to 4, 5, 3. And we're at 11, 8. Okay, so as she's leveling up, her armor is starting to grow. So she's now up to 8 on her armor class. Her damage is 7, which is on par with our highest damaging guy with the equipment. So she started pretty weak, Chimera did, but she's getting there. Her attack is 10, which is a little bit on the low side. Well, I mean, it's on the medium side. It's a little low, but it's not that bad. Yeah, this is good. We're getting there. And our monk looks like she's kind of coming full circle here. I think we should sell the rest of our stuff. Sell, yes, yes, and yes. And then for buying, I mean, I could get the leather bracer, I guess. But I mean, it's pretty expensive. And for a single armor class, I mean, we can always pass it on to other people down the line once we've kind of done everything. But, I think this is fine. I may go do the recharge. I may just wander around town until I heal. I don't know exactly what I want to do. But either way, guys and gals, that is going to do it for this episode. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. I'm hoping now that everybody is leveled up and we have health pools of like 46, 36, 32, 24, 27, and 31, along with the extra mana that we've got going and the additional spells that we have working for us. I am hoping that when we go back to the catacombs, we might actually be strong enough to go and do battle and combatual things and maybe explore the whole thing and do the quests that we have there. And then I can only assume that the quests are going to give us like a whole bunch of experience or money or something. And then eventually we explore, we get beyond the starting town, the starting area. We get to see other stuff with better equipment, and we get to start building. Everything starts very, very slow and weak, as it often does, and then it builds up relatively quickly. Hopefully we weather the horrible starting storm where we were just, made of paper, and hopefully now we're going to be a little bit better. We'll see. Anyway, folks, till the very next episode, I've been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show. We play, we fight, we conquer.